Welcome to the channel, Gabi. For those of you watching, I have a YouTube channel, Cody with a K. Link is in the description. Subscribe if you haven't. Watch the previous videos. Watch this one, obviously. Here interviewing my little sister. Introduce yourself to the channel, please.
My name's Gabi. Gabrielle Harris is my real name. I am a sophomore at Stephen F. Austin State University. I'm a political science major. I currently am the political director for Texas College Democrats, and I currently am looking at different legislation for the state of Texas and the Texas legislature, and seeing what we can lobby our legislators on behalf of.
Oh, interesting. That's impressive. You have a very long resume. You'll be 20?
I'll be 20 in August, yeah.
Oh, okay. Your resume is pretty long. That's pretty impressive.
Thanks.
I have a few questions for you, if you don't mind. Thank you. I know your
Yeah.
schedule's kind of busy, so
Yeah.
sincerely do appreciate you
Of course.
doing this. I know you work today. Do you work tomorrow?
I do work tomorrow, yeah.
Well, I really appreciate it.
No problem.
As do I, but thanks.
No problem.
So the first question I have is, what was it like being on Beto O'Rourke's campaign? Did I say his name correctly?
Yeah.
Okay. What was it like being on the campaign? I know it was in the last couple of months. If you could just talk about what that experience was like.
Yeah. So I felt like it went by really fast, but the days were very long. It was a lot of fun. I was a student staffer. My job technically was to organize my campus as much as possible. Me and my fellow staffers, we would set up tables pretty much every day when it came to GOTV. And GOTV is a point in a political campaign where after you reach the deadline where you can't register any new voters, campaigns switch like overnight. It's something called GOTV, which is Get Out the Vote. When it came to Get Out the Vote, we pretty much were just going 100% like in for Beto. We were basically at that point setting up on campus every day, talking to everyone that walked by. We were flagging people down. The campaign provided free pizza on campus, and we literally handed out pieces of pizza to kids walking by, and we were like, hey, sign this piece of paper, say you're going to commit to vote for Beto, here's literature. We gave out stickers, buttons. I still have so many stickers and buttons in my possession, and that was all for the Beto campaign. So it was a lot of fun. It was a wonderful experience. It gave me a lot more respect for field organizers, more than I already had, but gave me a lot more respect for field organizers. We had tons of students that volunteered, so we recruited volunteers as well, and we had kids, we'd have phone banks, and we'd have pizza there, and it was an experience of just, learning how to organize, and really learning how to kind of excite a population of students about a political candidate and about this guy, named Beto O'Rourke.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Sounds like if you like pizza, Nacogdoches is the place to be. Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, very interesting. That's very cool. How long have you known Beto O'Rourke? How long have you known the name? How long have you been, prior to being on the campaign, how long were you aware of him? So
I had known of him, really, whenever he started announcing, he kind of just, I don't like saying he came out of nowhere, because he was a sitting United States congressman. But I didn't really know him when he was I didn't know of him much when he was in Congress, but I did know, whenever he started just traveling to all these different places and just holding a town hall, before they became more structured, he pretty much would just stand on a stage and be like, this is what I care about, this is what we want to talk about. And I remember him because I remember watching a video of him talking about maternal mortality in the African American community for women, and how black women die at 3 times the rate of white women in the state of Texas. We have a terrible maternal mortality crisis. And he was saying, in a state that's so pro-life, in a state whose legislature, in a state whose governor, our governor, or lieutenant governor, who says they're very pro-life, why do we have black women dying at a scary, frightening rate after they give birth? How is that pro-life, really? How does that go with the values of what some people would feel the values of the state of Texas? And I remember him saying things like that and just being like, I've never heard any politician talk about this. Much less some white guy in Congress named
Yeah.
Beto from Texas. No idea who this guy was. I was like, whoa, and I remember him saying that and being like, that perked my attention. Did a little bit more research, and then he was actually going to be in McKinney. That was the day of my senior prom. And I almost told my boyfriend at the time I might miss because I really wanted to hear him speak, but obviously I didn't. And I just saw some videos and stuff. And then I really, really, really knew he was a genuine candidate because a lot of times candidates obviously, as most people know in politics, they will kind of test the wind and then fly which way the wind is going. Beto was very different, and I knew this because he live streams pretty much everything. All his town halls, all live streams. You can go back on Facebook right now, look at the live streams from McKinney, Nacogdoches, ton. All 254 counties, he did a live stream. But he live streams when he's going places too, and I knew he was genuine when it was a long time ago, he was driving somewhere and some guy almost hit them, and he just blurts out all these cuss words in front of his wife and kids. I think this is before he had like a really solid team, senior leadership team, but he starts blurting out all these cuss words, as you do. If that's legit. That's what you do. When someone almost hits you,
you get real brave behind a closed window.
Yeah, exactly. So he starts saying all these cuss words, and then he realizes, oh, I'm on camera in front of 2,000 people watching this live stream, and my kids are in the car. And so one of his kids finally goes, Mom, why did Dad just cuss like that? And she explained it to him on camera, and I just remember thinking, how genuine. That's such a real family moment. One, that's Texan, because here in Texas we cuss like sailors. Two, that shows he isn't trying to be somebody else in front of a camera. He literally is. He's a dad. He's a Texas driver. He knows bad Texas drivers, and that kind of was how I realized he was a genuine human being. And then meeting him time and time again, I was like, yeah, it's just the cherry on top.
Very interesting. Okay, cool. Well, thanks. That's really cool. It's a good experience. I think you answered the second question I had was, what did you learn from working on the campaign? Like, did you learn anything? Like anything like specific that you take with you post-campaign? Like, because I did this on the campaign, I can use it to propel me in such ways. Yeah, I learned that you can organize people relatively quickly. I learned that when students see a candidate that they really care about, they will vote for that candidate. And they'll volunteer for that candidate, and they'll stand with you in the blistering heat to when we started in August. It was very, very hot, and that was when we weren't being paid. That was before we got hired. And then whenever towards the end, it was around November, and I remember it being one day it was so cold outside, and we were just out there. So you're still out there campaigning. Still out there, and I mean people are still stopping by. So it just taught me that people always like to say, people don't vote, students don't vote. And in some cases that's true, and if you're looking at statistics, that's true. But I mean, our table would just be swarmed with people. And it would honestly, and this was before we even would have free pizza to give out. So this was when we were just giving out stickers, not even buttons at that. Because but we, at that time, at that time, we didn't have the buttons, we just had the stickers, but we had some stuff, we had like t-shirts for show, but we couldn't give them out, we couldn't sell them. But people were still like, you know what, stickers, fine with me. And they, literally, wait in a line to sign a piece of paper, committing to vote for Beto, and then. Very interesting. Yeah, it was. It was really, really, really crazy. So organization. Well, very cool. All right. Well, my next question is, you'll be 20 in August, as you said. Yeah. Where do you see your political career going, and what do you hope to ultimately achieve when it's all said and done? Yeah. Whenever you decide to, retire or put an end to it, what do you want your political career to be? Where do you see yourself, going post, graduating? If you just want to talk a little bit about that. Yeah. So right now, I just see it kind of going up. I see myself working for more candidates. Right now, my focus is going to be on local elections, kind of keeping my eye out, obviously, for 2019, 2020, that kind of stuff. And the different political candidates that may put their head in for president. It might be Beto, we never know, until he formally announces, but I'm just gonna focus on local candidates. I'm gonna focus on policy for the state of Texas. I'm going to focus on
trying to work our legislature, getting to know the new Democrats in the legislature, and really working with them on some really progressive legislation that young people want. And then towards the end of like my political life and political career, I would want to have a political strategy firm where I can have candidates come in from all levels, local, state, federal, and train them on different policy perspectives, on why they should run for office, on why they'd be a good candidate. Literally everything from, I'd want to have different departments in my firm of like, here's graphic design, here is where you go to get your campaign like logo and all these different things like Beto's, which is black and white, some very kind of iconic Beto symbol.
Yeah.
Obviously that was done by a graphic designer.
Yeah.
He didn't sketch it himself.
Right.
And so I'd want that to be a department, and then there's departments for different policies, and there's departments for public speaking, because there are some people that would be phenomenal political candidates, but they just they're not talented at public speaking. They don't know how to fill up a 2-minute air bubble without saying enough, or after having too much to say.
Yeah.
And just really starting from the ground up with someone with, I think you'd be a great leader for your community, in your community. Let me show you how to get there, and let me show you how to get to the win. Exactly, yeah.
Gotcha.
So that would be what I want to do. And then kind of go around, do political commentary, sit on panels, travel to different conventions, that kind of stuff.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
It sounds like you got it planned out. You're on the right track. I'm really proud of you. You're killing it. Seriously, good job.